we're gonna do three parts in this project. We're gonna cut, we're gonna sublimate, and then we're gonna go back and cut into our puzzle pieces. So lo que vamos a hacer primero es vamos a cortar la primera parte, que es ese cuadro. Después vamos a sublimar la foto. Okay. Después vamos a regresar y vamos a cortar los pedazos para los oh man, puzzles. Rompe pedazos. No, ¿cómo se dice puzzles en español?
They said it was right when you said it earlier.
What did I say? Rompecabezas. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Y todos vamos a regresar al último para cortar los pedazos de what was it? Rompecabezas.
I'm gonna look it up.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, I'm getting stuck. Okay, so let's get started. So again, I'm going to go ahead and cut my first piece here, which is the square that we are going to cut. And this is going to go pretty fast, I believe. I think it took over like under a minute. I'm going to go ahead and, again, when you buy these TruFlat, these are 19 by 12 pieces. So you want to make sure you use all of it and save as much. Sorry, I know you guys, I'm blocking you guys right now, but you want to use all of your sheet to make it last and count.
And then a few things. Everybody said you're right the way you're saying it, Danny.
Rompecabezas.
You say it, Jesse.
Karen said hello, everyone. And Jeffrey said, I love the quality videos you guys have now. And,
thank you.
Jess Designing said hi as well.
Jess, ¿cómo estás? How you doing? How you feeling? All right. So again, back to my laptop. I have my square here. I don't know if you guys can see the actual blue light on the Ultra right there.
Yeah,
you guys can see it. Oh, wrong way. That right there is the outline of what I'm going to cut right there. All right, so I'm going to have Jesse do that. So with that said, again, these, just disclaimer real quick, these are going to be, let me actually switch it up this way. There you go, it's a little more balanced. Okay, cool. These are settings for us that Jesse figured out, and these could be different for any other type of machine, but it could be a good starting point for you. If anything, depending on the machine, it could be more, it could be less, it could be more passes, but for us, this is what worked. We're going to go ahead and use the blue light. We're going to use the power is going to be at 60. The speed is going to be at 35, and the passes, we're going to do 9 passes just to make sure that it cuts through. And again, these could be actually just, these settings work for us. Again, it could be a little bit different for you depending on the machine that you have at home. All right, so that's the square that we're going to cut, and I am ready to cut, and it's telling me that's going to take just a little under 2 minutes. So while we start cutting, anybody have any questions, feel free to ask away.
Okay, so Lolly Shirt says hello.
Hello.
And then Jess says, I'm feeling so much better. Not like death anymore. Finally creating fun things today. We're so glad you're doing better, Jess. That's awesome. I was just about to ask how you were doing. And then, let's see. Kelly's Craft Room also wanted to let us know that she's tuning in from work. Shh. So no one tell on Kelly, okay? All right. And then, yeah, looks like everybody's here having fun.
Well, guess what, Kelly? We're at work too. Join. Oh, I forgot to turn on. Make sure, actually, if you're indoors, which I forgot to, if you're indoors, make sure you turn on your purifier. I forgot to turn mine on. So I'm used to it automatically turning on with the F1. I think this one. And the reason you don't see it in the shot is because it's the new purifier. It's a lot bigger. That it comes with wheels. So it's not, I didn't want to put it on our crafting table, so it's on the ground. But it's a lot bigger. So just remember, if you're indoors, turn on your purifier. If you are indoor, open a window or something. That way you get to let it out.
And then Jasmine said she's glad that other people are teaching classes too. She sees that it's a group effort. Or it's just me and Danny right now. Jesse doesn't want to teach.
No, she's saying get more people to teach.
I'm trying to get Jesse to teach.
We're trying to get Jesse to teach. He doesn't want to. He likes being behind the scenes,
That was stated before I started working. That
It is a media kit.
I'm not gonna feel guilty about
Yeah.
that.
You gotta read the fine
Exactly,
print.
it's in my media kit.
Yeah.
Ashley saying wheels. Wow, what wheels?
Yeah. All right. So let's cut. It cut through a little bit under 2 minutes, like I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up, and there it is. Look how easily that cut, just like butter. And this is the actual square we are going to use. Oh, where'd you go? Right here. Oh, too close. There it is. All right. So that took a little bit under 2 minutes. Nice little cut. All right. If you do happen to have any type of like burn marks, you could easily wipe it off, and that comes off right off the bat. So not too much, as you can see, it comes off. There you go. All right. So our next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start sublimating this. And if you did not notice, can you give me this one right here? We went ahead and this is the image we're gonna sublimate right here. The two chiefs looking good, looking sparkly. All right, and again, we are using our MakerFlo paper. All right, but this is the image we are gonna sublimate on this cut that we just did on the TruFlat. So let's get started on that part. All right, let's see. Go ahead and move this around here. I don't need this one. I'll put this to the side.
So Tammy says hi, Sam and Danny.
Hello.
And then Ashley said she watches from work every week, and that Jesse can show us how to make a hat.
That'd be the one that Jesse would probably do, and would probably consider doing, if anything. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this image right off here, and remember, you want to cut anything that has. I'm gonna turn off this purifier. There we go. All right, maybe you guys can hear me a lot better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting here. This white, and remember, you wanna remove anything that is white right outside. Take your time. There's no rush.
Oh, look at those faces.
So primero lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a cortar la imagen.
Danny.
Recuerden, yes. Oh. Recuerden que queremos quitarle todo lo que es toda la orilla para que no dejemos nada blanco. Okay. No sé si ustedes han visto el video que tenemos en la página de nosotros. Can you remind me who did this?
That was Josie from Sophie's Corner.
Josie hizo un video y dijimos, pues hay que probarlo, a ver cómo nos sale a nosotros, a ver si nos sale igual de bonito. So, a ver qué pasa. ¿Alguien más ha probado esto, lo que estamos haciendo, o quién lo va a tratar ahora?
All right, TKC is asking, when is the next time we'll be in Texas? And that answer is August 28th. We'll be in Texas, I believe it's in Irvine. And it's going to be August 28th through the 30th in Grapevine, Texas, for the Next Level Laser Conference.
All right. Sam dijo que vamos a estar en Texas, en Irvine, en agosto. ¿August what?
28th through 30th.
Agosto 28 al 30, el próximo agosto. All right, what's up? Oh, I thought you were saying something else.
No, well, let's see. There's a lot. Everybody's really excited about the machine. And then Marileni says she loves the paper, that it's better. And what else? They're very excited to learn.
Awesome, good. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to tape it down, just like if you're familiar, just like the coasters. If you've done any of the coasters and used any of the coasters, we'll tape it down just to hold it in place. Y ahora le vamos a poner tape. Si han hecho los portavasos, así es igual del el modo. Lo vamos a poner boca abajo y le vamos a poner tape. Yes.
And then Victoria just joined.
Hi,
So she
Victoria.
says hola, and I want to say happy belated birthday. It was just her birthday this
Yes,
weekend.
Victoria, celebraste cumpleaños este fin de semana, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo te pasó? ¿Cómo la pasaste? Happy birthday. Can everyone say happy birthday to Victoria? Todos díganle feliz cumpleaños a Victoria, por favor. All right, so all I'm doing is just taping everything down, and someone once told me you don't fold the paper, you fold the tape. So make sure to not fold your image, just fold the tape. And I think I'm gonna fix this one. Hopefully you guys can see. Am I still on frame?
Yes.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool. All right.
Someone asked, how thick is TruFlat?
TruFlat, that's a great question. I believe it's an eighth. Yeah, I believe it's an eighth. Jesse, do you mind checking that just in case
That is correct.
it is correct? So it's an eighth.
Survey says correct.
Correct. All right, so we taped it down just like that. Like I said, I just taped the corners down just like that. Press it down, and too much. All right. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have, we have a cutting board underneath our mat here, and it's just for a surface, a hard surface, just to make it even. You could probably do the same at home, and just a little extra support there. I'm gonna go ahead and we are gonna use our paper here. We're gonna go ahead and cover it. Now I'm gonna move this a little bit to the side. I don't want to cover it too much. Okay, is it there? Yeah, good. All right, todo bien? Todo bien ahí?
Sí.
Oh, miran eso? Okay, so are we at 375 or 380?
380.
380.
375 was for the last project.
Oh, that's why it's moved. And okay, so real quick, I'm gonna move this here real quick, just so that way, and I'll move it back in frame. But we're gonna be using our heat mini heat press, and we're gonna go ahead and change it to 380. And then the time, we're gonna go ahead and do 80. Oh, too much time. 80 seconds. Okay, so lo vamos a hacer a 380 y por 80 segundos. Okay, vamos a esperar que llegue. Oh, I turned it off. There we go. Y lo apagué. Okay, ahora que empiece a que llegue a esa temperatura. Yes.
Oh, we got a lot of happy birthdays to Victoria.
Hey, Victoria, again, happy birthday.
And then someone asked a great question. Can you sublimate on both sides?
Of what, the TruFlat? Absolutely, you could. You could definitely do both sides. Again, depending on the design that you're going for and what you're using the TruFlat. But yes, you absolutely can. Yes.
And then Jocelyn and Dami Creations just joined. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Hi, guys. How are you? How's your Tuesday going? All right. So we have a few seconds for it to get to the 380. Estamos esperando ahorita que llegue a 380 y lo vamos a hacer por 80 segundos.
I think it's there, just counting down.
Oh, because I started it, huh? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to stop. So I'm not waiting for it. It's already there. So I'm just going to let it count down. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and just kill some time here so we can start all over.
You okay, Jesse?
Oh, so that's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to move this back into frame. And Jesse over here laughing on the crack of his life.
He must have had a really good idea for when he does the live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's our beeping, letting us know that the heat press is there at temp and at time. Is it? Yeah, right. It's there. It's centered. Yeah, you guys can see. All right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start pressing down. I'm gonna press a little bit of mild pressure down, and yeah. What's up?
They're also asking, are both sides of the TruFlat the same color?
Yes. Well, I left it up there. But yes, they are both sides are the same color. So here is one side. I'm gonna flip it over. Same side, same color.
Great questions. They want to know what size is that heat press?
That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head,
It's
but I'm
7
sure
by 5.
7 by 5. Look at Jesse. That's why Jesse does when he doesn't teach, because he's on top of stuff like this.
It's also
like,
in the cute
and
little
then-
label you just put up right now. Look at
and-
that.
So good job, Jesse. But yeah, 7 by 5. So lo pusimos a 380 a 80 segundos y le estoy poniendo la media presión, no le estoy poniendo mucha, para que salga bien.
And Victoria, you got birthday wishes on TikTok as well, just so you know.
Hey, good job, TikTok. Thank you, guys.
From TikTok to Instagram.
Awesome. All right, so that was a beeping. Esto ya sonó que ya está listo. Ahora lo que vamos a hacer es lo vamos a dejar que se enfríe un poco para que no me queme. Yes.
Auntie Tay just joined. Hey,
What's
Auntie
up,
Tay.
Auntie Tay? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Hope your Tuesday is going well.
How was your live?
How was your live? Yeah, that was my next question. How was your live? How did it go? What did you create? Actually, I was on your site today because I was going to download an image to do this project, and I was like, you know what? I think it'd be better if we use the guys as the image. So if you guys haven't gone and check out Auntie Tay, go check her out. Go give her a follow. Go check out her website. She has, let's just put it this way. I'm sure if you thought of it, she has a file for it. For sublimation, cutting, everything you can imagine. Easy to use, easy to download. So go check her out. Go give her a follow. Go watch her lives as well. She does great lives. So yeah. All right. So I think it's pretty cool enough now. And I'm going to cut over here. And I probably should have got it.
Do you want a little?
I'll just cut it. It's all right. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to cut it. So lo voy a cortar. Voy a cortar el tape. All right.
See some familiar faces?
These guys look very, very handsome. Check this out. There it is. Look at those guys right there looking all spiffy and everything. And then again, we went ahead and we sublimated on this, and we used our paper, and check out how much it transferred over. Like they look like ghosts here. Okay. Yeah. Alive. Not alive. But there you go. Check it out. So this is awesome. So this is part 2 of 3 steps that we're doing. So we're gonna go back to the Ultra and we're gonna cut and finish this project up. Yes.
So Auntie Tay said her schedule moved to Wednesdays for January.
Okay.
And then Ashley said, "Are you turning this into a puzzle?"
I am turning this into a puzzle. Look at that. Ashley catches on really quick. Good job, Ashley. That's why you're the bestie.
Victoria came in laughing.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go back to the Ultra, and I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna finish this project here. All right, ahora lo vamos a hacer la última parte de ese proyecto. Ya vieron cómo salieron los muchachos, bien brillantes, bien guapos ahí. Miren que ¿qué piensan? ¿Salieron bien o no? All right, so we're going to go ahead and we completed this part here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove this item, this square here. And now we're going to use this outline here that we got. Okay. Actually, before I do that, let me do this first. I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to go ahead and put my cutout. I'm going to put it into the machine. And the reason why is that so I could focus it. I'm going to take an image with the camera that it has inside, and now it's going to show me exactly where they're at. I know where they're at, but you know what I mean. So I can
Okay, so we got
frame
some
this here.
comments. They're asking, is it wood that you're sublimating?
It's plywood that is sublimatable. It's TruFlat product that we carry.
And then Auntie Tay said she's testing her M1 on the tumblers to do some videos.
Oh, nice.
And then we got a lot of beautiful guapos and muy guapos.
¿Verdad? Salieron bien guapos, ¿verdad?
Just don't tell them that. No.
Sí, no les digan porque si no se van a creer más. Se va a hacer más grande las cabezas, como dicen. All right, so I'm pretty happy there where I'm gonna cut. Let's get Mark's head a little bit in there more. That's probably. I think I'm gonna miss there. I think we might have to cut a little bit of Mark's head off. That's fine right there. All right, cool. So sorry, I was trying to really be picky about this, but I'm good there. Ya está, es donde lo quiero. That's where I want it at. I'm gonna go ahead and now I'm gonna go ahead and the settings for that part of this part of the project is gonna be the power is gonna be 60. We're using the blue light. It's gonna be the power is gonna be 60%. The speed is gonna be 35, and the passes again we're gonna do with 9. Just again, and this is just something that Jesse figured out for the Ultra. It could be a little different for you depending on the machine that you have. It could be more, it could be less, just depending on the machine that you got. And all right, so let's get started here. Oops, let me go back. I don't want to frame anymore. And I'm going to process it. Let's see here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and start it here. I'm going to hit press, step right, bring this down. And I'm gonna start it, and there we go. So hope you guys check that out. Meanwhile, that's gonna take a little bit over 5 minutes or so. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Yes.
So they're asking, when they're tagging us, how do they do it? Do they just do a hashtag?
No, you could actually go ahead and tag us.
At us?
At us. Yeah, if you literally put the at MakerFlo, the at symbol, and start typing MakerFlo Crafts, you would be tagging us.
And then Rosie said, howdy guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rosie. Who's that?
Rosie.
Rosie. Yes. Good afternoon. Yes, Jesse.
So Kelly asked, does the template need to touch all sides? It just needs to fit inside the picture.
So what? So there's like a frame, and then
Yeah. So you just can't make the frame bigger than the picture. Otherwise, it's not gonna.
Hopefully that helped, and that
And it'll be
explained
easier
it.
to show you once it's done cutting.
Yeah. Yes.
and then my witchcraft says, hi, all love your stuff. Ordered the luggage tags, and they sublimated beautifully.
Nice. Awesome. Hope you enjoy them and craft, and show us what you craft at the end. Remember, guys, if you guys use any of our products and you happen to make a video of it, tag us. We love watching those videos, and most of all, we love resharing them so other people could see you guys' creation. Yes.
So Jesse had a great idea earlier, and it was about sublimating both sides to make 2 different puzzles. So that you have one puzzle of one picture, and the opposite will be a puzzle of a different picture. You can totally do that, huh?
You could definitely do that. You'd have to sublimate them both first,
We could try it doing it after, see what happens.
putting it together and sublimating it.
If you want to.
We can. I just need another image.
I get you another.
We need it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jesse had an interesting idea. He says that we could do 2 puzzles in one, see if it would work. And obviously, you know us, we're up for the challenge, so we're gonna do it. We'll
Yeah,
figure out
but
how it
we
works.
we haven't tried sublimating it after cutting it though, so
Yeah.
curious to see how
Curious how it turns out.
turn out.
All right. So ahí lo miran, están viendo que lo están cortando, va a tomar un poco de tiempo, como casi 5 minutos para cortarlo. Entonces, Jesse estaba preguntando que si podíamos sublimarlo otra vez, terminando, para que haga 2 piezas, dos diferentes rompecabezas.
Hi, Nudis.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, that's cool. We can make this work. All right. So we found another image, and that we're gonna try afterwards and try to see how it works, how it comes out. Has anyone else tried this? And if you have, what machine have you tried it with? I'm curious to see if there's a big difference with it.
Okay, so they're asking, Is that normal that there's a little bit of fire, or is that the light?
It's a little bit of, yeah, and as you can see the smoke how it's pulling it. That's the purifier pulling the smoke away and the flame. So everything's under control. There's no need to be concerned. Um, if it was something dangerous, I would have been outside already. Every man for themselves.
That's really cool how you can see it cut into little puzzle pieces.
I know, so I just watched there.
It's very satisfying to watch.
Yeah, we're less than a minute away, so it went pretty fast, pretty quick. So again, this depending on the size, I'm probably thinking it'd be take a lot longer, but this is a little smaller than the heat press, and we said that the heat press was what
7x5.
7x5, so it's a little bit smaller than that. So it didn't take that long. We should be almost done. We're almost at the end. Go back this way. Ta-da. Oh, so grab one. So I put down.
Keep those questions coming if you have them, guys. We are happy to hear it.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and show the final result. Turn off the purifier that way. It's not too loud. I'm actually gonna just remove it just like this. So if you guys actually notice,
That's so
too
cool.
close. Just like that. It's a little out of focus, but I think it's my fault there. Look at that. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty clean. The cool thing about the TruFlat is that, let's say there is a little bit of, someone was asking about the burn marks, you could easily wipe that off, just like that. So a little bit of like a wet cloth, something damp, you could easily clean it and it will remove any type. All right, yeah. So let me show you guys in a better angle here.
So far, they're saying that they like that.
So see, so anything that you has a little bit of, what is it, ash? I guess you could say, burn marks,
Scorch marks.
scorch marks, cleans off. You can wipe it off as much as you want. Yeah, so there you go, and it takes it away. So it's really easy to clean. Nothing too hard to do, but yeah. So if you wanted to remove Mark's face, you could, and then put it back on. Because that's how a puzzle works, guys.
We should
Pretty-
do puzzle shapes of different faces and put them on Mark.
All right, so
Yeah, make sure you freaking
put that back, and I'm gonna clean it just a little more because I have more, so you guys can really see.
get it the exact same size. Just do the whole team.
All right.
Jesse's live is just evolving as this live goes on.
Awesome, good. I'm glad. Look at and I just noticed it right now. But if you look really, really closely back there, there's Jesse.
You
Really?
covered it with your hat.
Look
Yeah,
at
there
that.
he is.
There's Jesse right there. So everyone say hi to Jesse.
Yes.
Hi, Jesse.
All right.
We
So
knew you'd make it on the live.
okay.
Everybody's laughing.
All right, there it is. So I cleaned it off, but again, this is how easily you could easily clean any. Would you say it was
Scorch marks.
scorch marks? Yeah, there you go.
That's the technical word.
That's the technical word. I would go with ashes. All right, ¿qué piensan? ¿Qué pensaron de este proyecto? Está fácil, ¿verdad? Si tienen cualquier pregunta, eso es lo bueno del TruFlat, que se puede limpiar así rápidamente sin dañar el proyecto. All right, there it is. There's your sublimatable puzzle that we just did using the TruFlat and using the Ultra. So Jesse had a brilliant idea I was saying, well, what if we wanted to do 2 different puzzles on the same cutout?
Reversible puzzle.
Reversible puzzle. So guess what? Challenge accepted. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and Sam was nice enough to grab this image here, just a random image that we got. Again, we're gonna be using our MakerFlo paper. Okay. So lo que vamos a hacer ahora, lo vamos a tratar de hacer otro del otro lado, para que hagan 2 diferentes rompecabezas en uno. So let's see how this turns out. I gotta flip it over, and
So Ashley wants to see different faces on Mark's shoulders.
on my shoulders.
Caleb
Yeah.
Create says she loves it. And then
Awesome.
AZ Design said, yes, it's super easy.
All right. So again, vamos a usar
And
la
then Kelly
plancha.
said they would make great gifts.
Absolutely.
And Rosie said it's super fast and cute.
Right.
It's
There you
gangsters
go.
to make her.
Josie loves it. And Jasmine said, the gangsters of MakerFlo.
That's right. You heard of the good fellas? These are the Maker fellas. Ahí está. So vamos a que llegue a temperatura a 380 por 80 segundos. So we're just going to wait for it to get to temp, which is 380, and we're going to do it for 60 seconds. Again, we are trying to sublimate it on a puzzle piece that is already cut. So we'll see how it turns out.
And
Yes.
someone said that the 3 steps were super fast and cute. This is so cool. And then I don't.
Yeah, it's super easy, super fast. Like I said, Jesse showed me how to do it within, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. It was really fast.
Oh, MakerFlo was like Goodfellas.
MakerFlo.
I like that. Who was that? Who came up with that?
Kelly from work.
Kelly from. I love it. Kelly, for that, I want to send you something because that was awesome. I like how you thought of that. I love it.
You're saying.
Send her this puzzle.
I'm gonna send. I want to send you something. Yes, Jesse.
Sophie or Josie asked, would it be easier if you add tape before flipping it for future projects?
Probably, yeah. That possibility,
Just,
yeah.
We're sublimating both sides
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
cutting it.
This is an idea that came off on the fly. So we're just going with the rolling with the punches. So it'd probably be a lot easier, to be honest with you. But we'll see how this comes out. So what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna do it upside down. That way it's the opposite of if they're standing or
Should be flipped.
if flipped.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so, okay. So lo vamos a hacer. Vamos a tratar esto a ver cómo nos sale. Recuerden, ya está cortado los pedazos. Entonces lo que estamos tratando de hacer ahorita es ver si sirve o si sale bien ya después que está cortado los pedazos de madera. So,
And
vamos a ver.
then, Yesenia said, I've made ornaments for my job. What kind of ornaments did you make?
And AZ Design wants to confirm 380 degrees for 80 seconds.
Correct. 380 for 80 seconds. Lo estamos haciendo por 380 grados por 80 segundos. Oh, I thought I disconnected it. I did not. Good. All right. So yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and wait and see how this turns out. Again, we have any questions, feel free to ask away. Yes.
15 minutes.
Sam says we have 15 minutes, and I don't think this is gonna take 15 minutes. So
Make it work.
we're gonna go. Have you got? Has anyone seen? Is it Zootopia? Zootopia, and the sloth.
Zootopia?
Yeah, and the sloth in that movie. No, have you watched Zootopia?
I've seen it.
You
yeah,
seen
I
it? You
can't
know the
remember
sloth at the
stuff.
DMV?
I'm not sure.
No, remember he like is very slow with everything. That's
Is that how you're gonna work the
I'm
rest
gonna. And even when he talks, hello, guys.
Okay. Yesenia said she works for KFC, so she put the logos and little chickens.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that sounds cool.
That sounds cool. Nice, very creative. All right, so we're almost at temp there. Let's see what happens. And I didn't tape it down or anything. I just put the image down, just there and then. So no le puse tape, no le puse nada. Solo puse la imagen así como estaba. Recuerden que ya habíamos cortado los pedazos ya, entonces queremos ver si sale bien, si está bien, si lo corta después o antes.
You can
Yes.
see it already.
Victoria said that her daughter calls us Kiki Flo.
Kiki Flow.
And she said that that's one of her favorite movies. They watched it a million times with her kids.
Yeah, Zootopia is hilarious. It's funny.
And
The
then-
sloth is the sloth is the favorite, like best part there.
And then Isa Creation says she loves that print. She needs one. It's the press.
It goes right here.
That's it. Jesse put it up for you.
All right, there you go. Check that out.
And then Yesenia also said yes, and
Oh.
the fox keeps making him laugh, and it takes him forever to react.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, there it is. Check that out. Look how vibrant
That's
that
cool.
color, those colors came out.
That came out good.
And then this is the actual paper. Look at right there, how it looks. Look at the difference, right? You know where it was sublimated at.
Monique,
Right
thanks
in
for
the
the
middle.
lightning bolts.
Oh, thank you,
Hi,
Monique.
Monique.
Thank you. But yeah, there it is. So yes, it does work. Maybe taping it down in place would probably help as well. So if you do cut it, si so uno lo corta los pedazos antes, si todavía le sale bien. Yo creo que dependiendo el tamaño del rompecabezas, sería más fácil o más difícil siendo si es más grande. But yeah.
It's
so-
honestly really hard to see the puzzle in that design.
Because it looks like so blended
It
in.
literally looks like a like.
Can you take out one of the
It,
pieces
it looks like one solid
Oh, yeah.
piece.
to prove it's a puzzle?
Hold on, let me actually take the mat off because then.
Like it's crazy how it looks.
like-
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not lying, guys. It's a puzzle.
it's a puzzle. Es un rompecabezas que hicimos. Ah. There it is.
Monique's saying she wants these puzzles. These puzzles are very doable. Where did we get the template for this? Was it Creative Fabrica? or-
Just Google. I just found on Google.
So, so we found a template for this by just kind of searching for a puzzle template.
Yeah.
But you could probably get this on Creative Fabrica. Annie Tay might even have some on her site. But you get the puzzle, basically that template, and then you sublimate whatever you want on it after you kind of cut the original outline. And then it looks like you could even sublimate and then cut it. So that's pretty cool.
And then Kelly asked, can you adjust it to make bigger pieces for a smaller kid? Yeah, you can, or you could also get different puzzle templates. Like the one I downloaded had, what, 5 or 6
Well,
different
yeah, it was a
little,
few. There was a few different ones, different sizes.
Yeah,
And
the
stuff,
puzzle pieces
yeah.
disappear as you put them into
Yeah,
place.
it's insane, dude.
Really?
It looks so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah. The colors, the color on the design was very. If I wish I should have used it a little bit lower. I think this part of the design probably would have been cooler with the butterfly and the flowers, but I just laid it down just to get it going. But yeah, but this is actually a reversible puzzle. So you have this design here, and then you have these guys on the other side.
MakerFlo Ellis.
All right, so let's see. And put it here. There it is. All right, so again, this nice little puzzle piece in there, and we can start putting them together. This corner there.
I'm wondering if you can see the lines more on this side,
Oh.
just because it's a lighter picture.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, there you go. Check that out.
It's super neat.
Pretty cool, right, guys? All right. So who's gonna try this, and whose pictures are we using next?
So what they were saying next is we gotta print a big picture of all of us and
make
interchange
it-
the faces.
Oh, and change the
Swap
faces, swap them. Yeah,
They swap.
definitely.
You know, I'm just saying, if we want to do a photo shoot for swapping Mark's face, we even have the hat. So, I'm just saying, guys.
Yeah. So,
It could go right onto the photo.
All right. So,
Carlos just joined. So did
so
Leah.
Carlos and Leah, how are you guys? You guys missed it. We
Catching
when
the end of our lives.
we sublimated TruFlat and we made a puzzle. We cut it out with the Ultra, and then we went ahead and sublimated it. Oh, that's why it wasn't fitting, because I didn't have it on the thing. And yeah, this is how it turned out. We did a double side. Wait, wrong piece. There you go. There's one. Here is the other. Just like that. And as you can see, this ain't the same image there. So if we flip it over, like we do here, oh, so put it together. This end here. So this end's gonna start here. Maybe. No, I don't even know actually now.
No.
You got it all mixed up.
I got it all mixed
You don't
up.
necessarily need that frame either.
That's true, you really don't. It's just to hold it in place.
Yeah.
But again, if you wanted to just put it together there, you could.
So Lisa said that was cool. And then Kelly's craft room says, I need a laser now. Better keep working this job.
Yeah, so many things that you can do. And again, the laser that we use was the Ultra. The Ultra does have a little brother, the F1, and it's a little smaller, but still as powerful. We should actually try this with the F1 next time too. See if
Yeah, you should be able to do it with this size at least.
at least with this size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, the difference between the Ultra and the F1 is obviously the wattage. It's a little bit. The Ultra has a little more power in it, so it's going to cut through it probably a little bit faster than the F1. But like Jesse said, you should be able to do the same thing, same project. Just might take a little longer. But yeah, definitely.
Danny, what is the workable area of the smaller one?
It's a 4.5 by 4.5 workable area. You can work with bigger pieces with the extender. The extender goes 12 by 4.5. You could do coasters. You could do. I've learned that you can do marble pieces there. The handles, the serving boards that we carry, the coasters. Yeah, so anything a little bigger than 4.5 by 4.5, you could definitely use the extender. The cool thing about it, the F1, is that you could definitely do tumblers as well. If you wanted to engrave on jewelry, you can. So yeah, so a lot of cool things that you can do with the F1, and obviously the only thing I don't know, the Ultra, the size on the working space on the Ultra, that I'm not sure.
It's 8.5 by.
Is it 8.5 by 8.5 then?
Yeah.
Okay, 8.5 by 8.5. Yeah, so it is a little bigger. And again, the Ultra does have a camera built in. The F1 does not. So that's pretty much the pretty difference. And obviously the wattage is a lot smaller on the F1.